Well, this song is going to be my first one on my list of trying to review Christian music, giving both a feeling of what I believed when I was a Christian and what I would feel now. In some of these songs I will have actually heard, and others I wouldn't have, like this current one. And the song I have chosen was one of the first ones shown to me by Dar Adak, which is I Pledge Allegiance to the Lamb. And it's a story of a father who appears to be in jail with his son. They're sitting there talking about the Bible and how things have changed, about how when his father was young they could pray in school and talk about Jesus back then, and now then the rights were taken away, and then they weren't even allowed to worship God or anything. And well, it just keeps getting worse. And you start singing this song about the time with the early Christians and how they were persecuted and how they were put to death for their beliefs throughout history and so on. It just keeps going, and the whole point of this whole thing is that they gotta be willing to die rather than reject Jesus. That Jesus is their Savior and He is the true way, and they can never deny Him because to do so would displease Him. And I've always had a bit of a problem with this. Maybe it's just my weirdness, but to me, it would always felt like, why refuse to reject and turn away? Because if you do it while appearing to, but not actually in your own heart, you're fooling them, but you're not dying. You can go on to try to help others. You know, they can take away your openly being a Christian, an atheist, a Muslim, a Hindu, or whatever, but you can still believe in your heart. You can still say to yourself and to God, or even just yourself, like an atheist, that you don't believe. Or you believe. I mean, if I was told by a Muslim or a Christian to turn to Christianity and be converted or die, well, I have nothing to stop me from doing it. I'm not going to leave just because I'm forced to, but I can pretend to. Because standing up and saying, I won't, doesn't gain anything. I can still work under the scenes. I can pretend to be a Muslim or a Christian and try to fight against this oppression or whatever, but I can do it without destroying my life. And this whole song is trying to teach this little kid that it's better to die in Jesus, just die without, thinking of alternatives. That if you're told to openly say you don't believe in Jesus, but whatever the heck you actually believe, or die, you will choose to die. And this is even worse if Christianity is false, because at that point, then you're just dying for nothing. I mean, you don't gain anything. All you're doing is sacrificing yourself for nothing. Whatever you actually believe out inwardly doesn't have to be what you show outwardly. And I'm not saying to just hide what you believe. I'm saying that if it's a choice between living and dying, I would choose to live and find other ways to do things. I don't know, maybe even as a Christian, this kind of bothered me a little bit. Yes, there's that whole, ooh, I get to die for Jesus, great ego feeling, but at the same time, it felt pointless to me, I always hate it in the movies when the villain says, join my side or die! And the hero refuses. I mean, it makes for a good show and, great motivational thing, but it's stupid. Say, okay, I'll join you, and then turn around and shoot him first chance you get. You don't. If you die by refusing to join him, you're not always going to be saved. You're not always going to be someone that comes out of the blue and saves you. You're going to die. And everything you hope to achieve Everything you want to change isn't going to happen that way. Man, I've been rambling for too long, but this is kind of song kind of ticks me off. It's also just an emotional appeal. It's just trying to get you to get you to feel so good about it. Or, heart wrenching music and a kid's story. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you have like this, give me other songs you'd like to hear me give a review on, thoughts on. Let's see how this goes. This is the first test, so this may not be my best one. So let me know.